because I'm for you. This is number 904. 904 times I've been invited to come into public schools in the last 7 years and tell people just like you that I'm for you. And I started doing it because I heard people say, kids these days. And when people say kids these days, and they start talking about kids these days, you think they're going to say something that's encouraging or maybe not so much. Yeah, not so much. And so instead of getting mad, which I can get mad just like you can get mad, instead of getting mad, I just thought, I kept hearing it over and over and over again. And I thought, people will say kids these days, I think they just don't really know kids these days. Because some of the press that you get is not just for your kindness. I mean, I told you that I tap danced, so you remember seeing me do that last year? And it was my first solo tap dance ever. And when I'm thinking it through, I'm like, okay, so Mike, what part of you thought it was a great idea to pick the audience in the world that's most known for their encouragement and generosity, middle schoolers, right? I mean, no. And I've got some people who, they're like, you for sure didn't do that. No, I've shown the video to 3 people. It's not on YouTube. And if you don't remember, it was the song Uptown Funk. And when you hear Uptown Funk, I'm sure you don't think shuffle ball change. Like, it's not what you think. You don't care about that. But here's what I know. I know that whenever you look in the mirror, you and I are not that different. You don't always see your highlight reel. Sometimes you see ways where you messed up or you let somebody down. Or you did something, but you didn't do it quite as good as you wanted to do it. That just makes you human. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. And especially at this phase of your life, in middle school, like everybody kind of looks a little bit different. They kind of feel a little bit different. And then here's what happens. Sometimes instead of looking and seeing our differences and appreciating the differences, we look and see the differences and we say, oh, well, I got to make my difference better than yours. And so we'll start saying stuff that we can't unsay. We'll start doing stuff that we can't undo. And then we later we just say, oh, I was just kidding. It's just a little joke. Just a little mama joke. Or just a little, it was not a big deal. It was just something we put on bar stool. It wasn't a big thing. It was just kind of, taking shots at somebody else. Like just kind of making fun of somebody. And listen, the reason why I love to come into middle schools, the reason why I'm for you, is because I think you have the opportunity to be some of the best parts of what's right with our community. And I love that you're starting archery. I mean, somebody volunteers tribute or whatever. Like you can go all the way back to Katniss Everdeen and see how Robin Hood, you can see all kinds of archers. I think that's great. I love that you're doing esports, like Rocket League. Like you would destroy me in Rocket League. I'm almost as bad at Rocket League as I am actual soccer.